You are about to enter the Red and Rev Sports Show experience. Get ready for some real sports talk from some real sports fans who were real sports athletes who have sports knowledge.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. We are here and we are live for the Red and Real Sports Show featuring me, Coach. We are here and we're coming to you live from the ATL, everybody. So hang on. Remember, we are real sports athletes who are real sports fans now, who have real sports knowledge. And we are going to kick off the show. We got a special lineup today. We got my co-hosts are out today for various reasons, unfortunately, but we're gonna keep the show moving because I got a man right here who pinch hits anytime we need him. Ladies and gentlemen, he is from the Sports Roundtable right here. His name is H.O. in the building. What's going on, H.O.?
Good morning. I was Yep, I was dipping and dodging out of traffic, coming from Covington, Georgia. As you can see, I'm freshly lined.
Yes, yes. I see the smooth cut.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
freshly lined and all that stuff. So I'm here.
Okay. And as I look down upon my screen, I see somebody else is here. I didn't know if he was gonna be here or not, or how long he's gonna be here, but I can bring him to the stage right now. Red, are you with us?
About 30 minutes.
Okay, you got 30 minutes. Red is here, ladies and gentlemen. So we got a show here today going on. I want to thank everybody for coming out and joining us. I'm gonna jump right to it. We're gonna keep the show moving because I don't think we're gonna be alone today. We got a few topics to go over. My number 408 goes back to like the show people always used to say back in my time when men were men and all that good stuff. 408 comes to a man who actually, one more baseball reference, that'll be it for the baseball references. He actually hit 408 one year. He was one of the few guys, and there wasn't very many of them who hit 400 for a year. But unfortunately for him, he did some no-nos, and he got banned from baseball. And I'm talking about the man who hit 408. I don't know if you know him. You had to go back in your memory logs. Shoeless Joe Jackson, old schooler. He used to play back in the days. Who could play ball, but like Pete Rose, he did a no-no. And unfortunately, Pete Rose is in the Hall of Fame, but I don't think Shoeless Joe will ever get in. But that's my number, 408, Shoeless Joe Jackson for the show. So we're gonna keep it moving from there. That's my man. All right, remember everybody, please make sure you like and share today on this ominous, I call it that, Saturday, where everybody's keeping their eye to the sky and looking at the weather like, what we got today, we don't know. We only can fall back on the weather people who do what they can, but we all know God Almighty got the choice on whether he want to drop ice and snow on us and everything, and that's it. That's his choice. But the weather folks say they can predict, so we'll see what happens. Hey Joe.
Yes, sir.
You got any opening thoughts for today?
Yeah. Be safe and hunker down. Be safe and hunker down, and
Wait a minute. Were you in one of those lines yesterday or Thursday?
No, sir. No, sir. I'm good. I'm good over here. Me and Duke good. Even though Duke is at daycare right now, I'm gonna have to go get him after the show.
Oh Lord, Duke at daycare. Duke loves daycare, doesn't he?
Yeah, he yeah, he rolls down the window when we pull up two blocks away. He rolling down the window. He ready to get out.
Red, what's your thoughts for today? Any thoughts about anything?
Not too many. It's kind of a crazy day so far. So just got my mind on a lot of stuff, but nothing really.
Okay.
I don't know.
Your family doing okay?
No, not really.
Okay, we're gonna pray for the family because we know what happened last week. So, Ho.
Yes, sir.
Look who done stepped into the building, Ho.
My main man. Yes, sir. There he is.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man
What's
with the
going
greatest
on?
last name in sports and entertainment history. Ace Brown is man renowned, a man from the DNA Sports Report. And let me tell y'all something. Tell y'all again, DNA does stand for This Negro's Attractive. I done told y'all before, that's what it stands for. Y'all keep forgetting. I remind y'all to make sure everybody can catch hold of it. Mr. Brown, what's going on?
Red asked for him last weekend, and look what happened.
Hey, listen, Coach Ho, Red. Hey, you already know the deal. James Brown, Bobby Brown, Chris Brown, Asa Brown. You know what I mean?
No, you put all of them in one room, boy. You got a crowd session, boy. You got a nice session. Let's see who's here from the nation. The Reverend Nation, want to welcome them to the show. Let's see who we got here. Right off the bat. All right. Comments. Okay, let me pull it back up. The VP is in the building, said the VP all warmed up and in the building, ready to slam down the gavel to begin another fire episode of TRISS. Reverend Nate, you know what to do. Rise up and conduct yourselves accordingly. The doors of the sports church are open. That's the VP, and the VP said to everybody, good morning. And he talked about Shoeless Joe Jackson. He said he's from South Carolina. He unfortunately died in Greenville. And he made some unfortunate circumstances and choices in his life, unfortunately for him. So we remember Shoeless Joe today. Timothy Sagos, the referee in charge. Good morning, Tim. Hope you ain't got any games today or tomorrow. I doubt it. All right. Thomas, the president said, good morning, gentlemen. Coming to you from the Tortoise Bobsled Brigade in Boise, Idaho. And I don't know, that got to be a crowd today. Asa, the VP said, you got that payback. Please, please, please. I got the feeling. He said, styling and profiling tonight. Let's get to our
James Brown.
Oh yeah. From your boy James Brown. I'm a loser.
Yeah.
See, if James on it, we can understand him, but we'll try anyway. All right, fellas, this is the part of the show, as we all know, where we give our dope, nope, and cope, something we liked, something we didn't like, and something we have to deal with in the world of sports. Hey, Joe, I'm going to start with you since you were at the top. Give me something that you like this week.
I like that Andrew Jones finally got into the Baseball Hall of Fame, and long overdue. And I was trying to come up with a stat from Wednesday, but I finally got it. He saved 235 runs in his career, more than any other center fielder ever. Close behind him is Willie Mays with 195. But I didn't see Willie Mays play, so to me, Andrew Jones is the best center fielder that I've seen play. I'm a lot young. I'm younger than Coach, so I didn't see Willie Mays.
Well, why you gotta compare yourself to me? That's all right. I'll take that. I have no comment.
Joe, Coach was in.
What you got? Don't say it, Ace.
He was talking about Shoeless Joe Jackson, and so I figured Willie
Don't
Mays.
say it.
Oh, I was gonna say, Coach, you probably was in the left hand stand when Willie Mays caught it backwards over the shoulder.
Hey,
I see this is gonna be one of those games. That's okay. It's okay. Remember, Asa, it doesn't matter where we are, HO. I still got something for you.
I already know.
He lays right here beside me every day. Stay right there, son. It's okay. It's okay. He don't mean it. The bad man won't. All right, Red, what you got? Your dope moment.
I'm doping on UGA basketball. Couple of conference wins this week. The record improved to 16-3, and looking good for this tournament run. Just stay consistent, fellas. The number one in the country in points per game, number one in fast break points. Well, this new coach, man, got them playing. I like that. So come on, UGA basketball. Love to see y'all rising up finally.
All right. Mr. Brown, what you got that you dope on this week?
I'm gonna be something that just happened last night. So I went to the Hawks game last night, and they pulled out a win. And it was my first time seeing them without Trey. And there was something I noticed that was, I guess I used the word comforting or whatever. But the coaches were actually coaching. I can't tell you the last time I seen an NBA game on the sidelines all 4 or 5 coaches being actively involved in player rotation and talking to players when they come off the court onto the bench, doing substitution. Like literally, all coaches were involved last night in the game, and so that was encouraging, and that's something I'm gonna, in a win.
Okay. All right, that's good. Good look for the Hawks, who got time to turn the ship around. So hey, anytime they can start, it's a good thing when they can start going to work. All right, my dope moment goes to Coco Gauff, who had me a little worried the other day, and she was struggling. I said, wait a minute now. Don't tell me she's going to go out in round 1. But Coco kicked it into gear and decided to say, okay, enough is enough, and went on to destroy her opponent 6-0 in the next set, and then finally win at 6-3 to keep on advancing. So I'm going to give dope to Coco Gauff, who managed to come out and survive after struggling the first set and win the game. All right, Red, what are you noping on? What are you saying nope to?
Matt Ryan, Falcons, Stefanski, Tommy Reed, everything about this week, Falcons. That's it.
I got a feeling that car gonna get a lot of passengers before it's over with.
Yeah, I hope he's driving the van.
Hey, so what you got?
Man,
what?
what?
Van.
Cargo van, right? We got to get in the back. What's going on in the world of women's tennis, where people can't take L's like adults? And people have to apologize in an interview on the court about their opponents not shaking hands and having stuff to say.
Oh yeah, with Osaka and the young lady who thought Osaka trying to show up. Yeah, but I mean Osaka. I'm sorry, I call her Osaka. Osaka trying to show up, which she really wasn't. But these little simple-minded, soft tissue players are losing their mind because another person got energy and they don't. So I don't know. It's unfortunate, and I hate that Osaka had to withdraw today or last night because she hurt her abs and she can't play.
Yeah, she wasn't the only one though. So a couple of players on the men's side had to pull out too. They say because of the heat. So
yeah, and then they finally closed the roof. So yeah, because I know in Australia by this time they got summer and it's baking there. So unfortunately for them, they had to pull out. So that's it for her. My note moment goes to the guy for the Packers. I can't remember his first name. I know his last name is Walker. Young man. Rasheed Walker, offensive lineman. You going to the airport. You trying to go somewhere. Why do you need a gun? Are you going to do something to somebody? Or what do you have on your mind? If you thinking you can get a gun through the metal detectors, he talking about it was locked up in a hand box. Okay, whoop-de-doo. They still gonna see it, and they still gonna pull it out. And you got a 9mm Glock with about 36 rounds of ammo. Gosh, come on! You thought you were going somewhere, and you thought you were gonna skip right on through because you were an NFL player, huh? Well, he got caught. Now he got process, and he had to go to court in March for the charge. He said he is legally licensed, and he thought he could get through. So we'll be hearing more from him again in March when they come to go to court. So unfortunately, Ho, what you got?
Well, I'm go ahead and get in the car with Red. Well, get in the van with Red, but I'm gonna explain mine. I'm not noping on the actual Falcons. I'm noping on the Falcon fans who think that this is a great idea, and to continuously think that the people who has a problem with this hire is non-intelligent or not intelligent at all. But my problem is this: is that it's not non-intelligence. It's that Arthur Blank has caused this town to become an urban participant by way of moving the ticket sales down to $10. So all of the people who didn't go to the games prior to him owning the team now can afford to go to the game. So got us all caught into going to the game and looking at the excitement that Michael Vick and everybody has joined forces with, and now all of a sudden for 8 straight years you have made bad decisions, and to give Matt Ryan the autonomy to make a decision that he has no experience with, this is what we have come up with. So I think all of the hesitation that and the caution that we have is very, very valid. Because when you say it like this, I want to see if you still feel positive about this. The Atlanta Falcons, who has not made the playoff for 8 straight years, hires a coach from arguably the worst franchise in the NFL, and also he brings his offensive coordinator with him that the Cleveland offense ranked 30 and 31st in the league, total offense and passing offense. Now, when you say it that way, you tell me, do you have any kind of positivity for what they just did?
Yeah, Ho, tell us how you really feel, because we can see that this ship is taking on water as we speak, and by the time the season started, it may be already underwater. So, like the Titanic.
Ho, Coach, I'm gonna help Ho out. For the people in the back who don't understand what Ho just said, he basically called us Dallas Cowboys fans.
not the Cowboys. Yeah, with Jerry. Now I don't even want to comment on Jerry and that sinking ship. And I'm waiting on it. If any Cowboy fans out there, don't comment, because you'll be wasting your time. You look bad. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Mm-hmm. All right, Asa. Give me something that you coping with, that you're trying to deal with.
I'm gonna have to get in the van, the U-Haul truck on these Falcons. I'm gonna have to get in there because I'm with Ho. I do not see how this ends well. And even if it quote unquote ends well, we still going to be in quarterback purgatory for a couple of years. So, because I don't see a quarterback out there worth drafting. So, in the next couple of years, so we banking on Kirk Cousins catching on to Stefanski. We're praying and hoping Penix gets healthy for the 12th time in his career, or his overall career, college and not a pros. And this is why I say we're the Dallas Cowboy fan base now, is because if you win, you're going to be at a point where you can't pick anybody. You're going to be picking you're going to be in a spot draft wise where you're not going to be able to get anybody. And if you tank out, again, I don't see a quarterback out there that anybody wants in the next couple of years, and you're going to have the same fan base talking about what's the problem. So,
I got two words for you, Ace. Oh,
and we're going to waste because we got a decent defense. We're going to waste their potential the next couple of years.
Well, I got two words for you that's going to solve all your problems. Eastern Stick.
Number 12. And listen, he got all the reps in the preseason last year, so you might as well put him in there.
No comment on Eastern Stick. I'm leaving that alone. All right. My cold moment goes to, and I just have it, I think, the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee. Giannis doesn't want to be there. He's not going to say it out loud. He's not going to be demonstrative about it, but he doesn't want to be in Milwaukee. It's time for y'all. And now he's gotten hurt again. He's out for 4 to 6 weeks with a calf injury. It's time to go and cut that bait and just let Giannis go where he's going. And then you all just have to rebuild from where you are because he's talking about players not giving their all and not doing this and not doing that. And team got to do this and he doing that. He doesn't want to be there. So Milwaukee, I know it's going to hurt. He won you a title, but it's time to find a trade partner and get you some value for Giannis and let him go on. And he can do his commercials or wherever city he's in, new city he's in. Maybe you can send him to Brooklyn or somewhere. I don't know. Anywhere. But moving on. Hey, Joe, what you coping with?
Well, since I done had my rant about the Falcons, now I'm finna turn to the Braves. Coping with the fact the Braves still don't have a legitimate fifth starter, hell, even a legitimate fourth starter. You done allowed the Mets to go out and get Freddie, whatever his name, Peralta, and they signed Bo Bouchette, and now the shortstop that we signed, now he's hurt, he's out for a little while. So the Braves just sitting here, just allowing everybody in our division to just continue to get signed players and get better, and doing what they need to do while we sit back and twiddle our thumbs and pray and hope for a good season. As I hope Ronald Acuna is safe over there in Venezuela. Hope he gets back over here safely.
Yeah.
So I'm coping with the Braves just sitting on their hands right now and just allowing the division rivals just continue to get better while we sit back and watch.
Yep. Red, what you got? He must be frozen.
No, he know.
No.
Oh, there you
go. Nothing really. Man. I don't really have nothing.
All right. Let's see. We're gonna go to the Rev Night Nation. And the nation is wide open today. They got a lot of stuff going on. So we're going to go through this.
I gotta go, Coach. I'll see y'all later.
All right, man. Be safe. We're praying for you.
We're praying for you, buddy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Be safe.
Let's see. Mr. President, the VP said, keep your rear end warm up there in Boise, Idaho. And the president said, Asa said, try me. Talking about your fresh hairstyle, I guess. The bird cage. What's going on, fellas? What's going on, sir? Appreciate you coming out today. The president said, dope. Andrew Jones finally makes the Hall of Fame. Went from 7% to 78%. Yeah. That was like Ho said, long overdue.
Mm-hmm.
The end president gonna take a shot. Talking about coach threw out the first pitch at the game with Shoeless Joe Jackson. When you see stuff like that, you just try to pass by, but you have to recognize what's on there. You have to recognize. Okay. All right. The VP said, dope. A young sister got paid $2 million by Dr. Pepper after she created a viral video on TikTok. Dr. Pepper, baby, it feels so nice, do. This viral song turned into an ad that aired during the college football playoff national championship. Well done, young lady. Romeo Show is her handle. All right. Hey, nice way to get paid, sister. I ain't mad at you. Get that money. The Birdcage say hit that like and subscribe button. We thank you, sir, because that's what we want everybody to do. Hit that button. If you're not a fan, you will become a fan. And come on in. Want to talk for all our shows? We want to hit those buttons and come to all our shows. Timothy Sago said, nope. LeBron James and Jeannie Buss. Miss Buss needs to be quiet and just write the checks. That ain't gonna happen. I wish he would, but them two. We'll talk about that later. The president said, dope. Elena Miles Taylor of Douglasville made it on to her 5th Olympic bobsled team. And the Jamaican bobsled team qualified again. I don't know how they qualified, but hey, they got something going in Jamaica. They got some little hidden secrets. They're able to go to bobsledding when it's really hard and no snow, but moving on. Timothy Sago said, nope, on the Buffalo Bills on Keon Coleman. How do you do that to your player? I do not understand that move right there. He threw Keon under the bus. And Keon probably somewhere in Cancun, Hawaii, or somewhere chilling. And he look up and see his name on the news, in the news, for negative reason. He's like, what I do? And he didn't do anything, but you just, unfortunately, I'd be asking for a trade, but hey, he gonna hang around. Timothy Sago said, nope, the Falcons chose a HC before a general manager. Yeah. But I think everybody riding that train, get in that van today, boy. It's gonna be, we still got a little talk about that one because that van gonna get filled up before the day is over with. The VP said no for Matty Rice. What's that?
No, I said funny thing is I was thinking I wouldn't be surprised if Matt Ryan wind up being a GM.
That's a possibility. So you just have to wait and see. Note for Matty Rice Patty being culturally insensitive to the Falcon fan base. Good luck on this Stefanski hire. Woo, Lord. If you thought it should do it, Mattis was crazy, be ready to say bye-bye to MPJ. Bruh's days are numbered. And that is one Michael Penix Jr., who he, as I like to say, he of the bad knee. He might not be here much longer, but hey, we're going to hope and pray for the brother. We don't know yet. All right. Winston Thornton of the Eye Test. Good morning, Winston. What's going on, fellas, in chat? Chat, smash that like button. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. Timothy Sagos, Coach, Dale Murphy will never make the Hall of Fame. That's sad. Are y'all in agreement with that?
At this point, yes.
Yeah, it's sad that you have to come to grips with something like this, being a Braves fan and a Dale Murphy fan for sure. Definitely has all the credentials. Just don't understand the perception of all the writers that's not putting them in. It's to win the back-to-back MVPs in the time that he did it with baseball being at its highest peak. That's the part I don't get.
Yeah. And like I said, unless the veterans vote him in, it ain't gonna happen. So unfortunately for him, you're right. They're right. And not gonna. Timothy is right. The president said nope to Ryan Wedding, former Olympic snowboarder, to alleged drug kingpin sponsored by a Mexican cartel, has been caught after 10 years on the FBI's most wanted list. Wrong type of snow to be dealing with. Yeah, my boy on the Puff Pass tour. He tried to get away, but he couldn't get far. But that's okay. Yeah, Timothy also said about Dale Murphy, he thought he was the last Boy Scout. Yeah, unfortunately. Timothy said the Falcon brass have committed theft by deception with their latest decisions. Yeah. Uh-oh. The president coming at him hard. He coping. Sometimes we often get what we deserve. Hiring Tommy Reese as the offensive coordinator is akin to hiring Marion Barry as a drug counselor. He said Falcons. Fans always left counting on next season. Yeah. Hey, Joe, you said it perfectly. Tommy Reese, your offense was 30th and 31st in the different categories. Why are you being hired? I don't understand, but Stefanski, you already starting out on a bad note, but we'll get more into that later on. The VP said the Greek Freak hurt again. How long are we going to deal with these soft guys? Is this the new norm? Looks like it. Kobe's torn Achilles just entered the chat. Yeah, remember Kobe shooting free throws with that Achilles gone and just, hey, they couldn't stop Kobe. He got in there and shot the free throw. And then he said, okay, it's time to go now. The president said, Cope, the Falcons have become the Spirit Airlines version of an NFL team. For an extra $25, the fans can call a play. Okay. All right. Timothy said, Giannis is the 2026 version of Sean May, always broken and hurt. H.O., say nothing, because I know you want to.
I'm not. I need to check on you with that comment.
I'm gonna let him get that way about my North Carolina brethren, but he was hurt though. So I ain't. The president said, "Coach, dear LeBron James fans, stop whining about him not making the All-Star team. He missed a third of the season up front, and he was a bit sluggish. Just appreciate that he can still do what he does at 41. Yeah, that's true. He's still out there. And VP is praying for Red.
Yeah, you might.
The VP said, Coach took Joe's shoes, so he batted barefoot. You know, I'm gonna address these comments after a while. All right. John Harris said, 2205, good morning. Hey, you can practice bobsledding and luge on some of that downhill dirt. I did it down to 11th Street in Pittsburgh down to McDaniel Street. Yeah, that's true. You can't get it in. You right about that. I give you right about that. And the president said, Coach, the NBA will receive new sponsorship from Charmin and Kleenex. # soft. New players, new softies. All right, that's from the Reverend Knight Nation. We thank you, Nation, for coming through. You all are wide open today. And now we're going to move on, keep the show moving, to our college championship review. Well, Indiana said, you know, y'all want us to go 16-0? We're going to go 16-0. And they showed Miami. You know, Miami made a heck of a game out of it. It was a good ball game, but less mistakes lead to more points. And Indiana won. Asa Brown, give me your impressions of the national championship game.
Well, first of all, I was one of those people who said we would never see an undefeated champion again. And I was proven wrong almost immediately. by them going 16-0, basically a NFL schedule. But outside of that, I'm with you, Coach. Good game. What I thought Miami would have a chance was on the wideouts, being able to maybe take advantage of Indiana's DBs back in with some speed and whatnot, but they let them boys play handsy all game long. And so when you can put hands on a wide receiver and slow timing up or take him off his route, it makes it a lot harder to get your offense going for Miami as it did. They didn't really get adjusted to that type of physical play till second half. By that time, it was too late. So, but overall good game. I'm glad it was a good game. And it wasn't a blowout. It was teetering though. Early in that first half, I thought Indiana was going to put foot to butt like they did with Alabama and Oregon, but Miami was able to recover.
No, you mean BTA. Yeah.
So, but good game, great season. I just wonder who would be the next Indiana moving forward.
I'm going with you. I don't think it's going to be one, but we'll see. College football. Oh, yeah, and I forgot my note moment, but I'll come back to it after HO get through. Go ahead, HO.
We have possibly seen one of the greatest 1 year college football stories of all time. What Curt Cignetti has done to adjust to this NIL transfer portal, we'll probably never see again. And now Indiana becomes a national champion in football and an undefeated national champion at that. And now they become the only Division I school to go undefeated in football and in basketball. So great job, Indiana. And by the way, have anybody checked on Michael Irvin this week?
Nah, he was on his podcast, but he's been mighty quiet since that national championship game.
Yeah, that's about yeah. And then else he can. Yeah, they finally set him up. So yeah, great game, Indiana. Great game, Miami. But don't be such a sore loser, Fletcher. I mean, you did the best you could. So if you go throw your punches, throw them at your own team because throw them at your defense. You should have been punching the defense who couldn't tackle a quarterback on a 4th and 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he broke about 3 tackles to get into the end zone.
Yeah.
And did you all see Curt Cignetti's face when his player threw the Gatorade on him? He turned around and looked at them like, look here, partner. That's not a part of the game. They looked at him like, but coach, nothing. I don't need no Gatorade on me. He had that look like, that's how he is in practice. Like, don't come with no foolishness now. I need the Gatorade. But I got to backtrack a little bit on a side note on this one. Can one of you all explain what I like to call the NDP, the Notre Dame privilege? After I saw what they said about them, and when they do the playoff next year, Notre Dame gonna automatically get in if they finish in the top 12. Can one of y'all explain that? Because I think that's one of the biggest farces. And I like Marcus Freeman, but what has Notre Dame done as far as winning national championships? I don't know.
They already set in the argument for them to get in because they released a lot of people's schedules already for next year. I glanced at Notre Dame's schedule, and to be honest with you, at first glance, they released. I guess they must have been releasing the ACC schedule. Because I seen Notre Dame schedule, I seen Clemson schedule, and I seen Miami schedule. And I ain't gonna lie to you, that Miami schedule looks weak for next season. Like Miami should have no problem going at bare minimum 11-1, but they probably should go undefeated with that schedule. And the only losses I say they should probably have would be when they played Notre Dame, and depending on how Florida State and Clemson kind of recovers from this year, maybe one of those two teams. But like I said, they're already setting the dialogue up for Notre Dame to be in the 12 at a 11-1 or a 12 or 11-1 or a 10-2 record. But I feel like Notre Dame might go 11-1 next year. Based on
Yeah, it's called privilege.
Have they earned the privilege?
Yeah, they got a bag full of green over there that says that they do.
Uh-oh. Not wait a minute. They don't have a watch this. They don't have a fun bag, do they?
No, they got a big bag though.
They got an NBC bag. NBC bag.
Yeah.
And they and the point is well taken, because the first games of these playoffs was a sleep number. I'm pretty sure there was some folk falling asleep on the first round of the playoffs, which helps Notre Dame case for next year.
Yeah. And James Madison and Tulane.
Yeah, the college football didn't do nothing but help Notre Dame case. So yeah, that bag of help, and the college football did not help at all with them snooze fest that they had in the first week of the college playoffs.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll tune in and hope the route runs out of the tunnel.
That's true. All right. Well, Nation has some comments. King Atlanta supporter, what's up, sir? Good morning to you. As far as the Olympics, the VP said, if it'll change over, wait a minute. El Chapo is training for 2028 snowboarding in the Winter Olympics. Not the dangerous El Chapo. Okay. And the president said the only team to go 16-0 is the 1864 team from Yale. I'm waiting on something to come after that in a few minutes. I just have to hold my breath. No comment. Did Mendoza's little brother sign with Georgia Tech? Yes, sir. Georgia Tech got him because he saw what TCU's quarterback transferred to Indiana, so I guess they didn't have any confidence in him and the little brother. So I guess he said, I'm out of here. I got a national championship. I'm out of here. The VP say that national championship game won the best in recent years. Miami's OC didn't take advantage of stretching the field early on. Miami's run game and defensive line kept them in the game. Beck, you had the middle of the field to work with less than a minute left. Got greedy, but didn't give it your all. When you did simple defense, safety over the top, you cost yourself draft stock. You're a fifth round at best, but hey, Miami, great season. Yeah, you got to give Miami a little credit because nobody thought Miami would deserve to be in. A lot of people didn't, and they'd say, hey, we in, now we're going to show y'all why we got in, and they went all the way to the championship. And the VP also said that pump block changed momentum, and the quarterback sneak with maximum effort on fourth down no less was the dagger to seal Miami's fate. Mendoza, was the definition of I want this more than you do, which he did. And he also said that Kurt Signetti is the GOAT of college expression. Yeah, you can't get Cignetti to smile that much. He smiled a little bit, but he's not gonna smile a lot. He's serious about his thing. And the VP also said that Notre Dame signed that MOU, Memorandum of Understanding with college football, basically saying, guys, we have made this easy for you and as possibly can for you to get into the playoffs. Touchdown Jesus and Peter will be on duty in 2026. So they say, hey, and we're going to get in. Joe Black, what's going on, Joe Black? What's happening today? All right. Well, any final thoughts on the national championship game? We got any final thoughts?
Let's see if Indiana can make the playoffs next year. I don't never want to call any champion a fluke. I don't want to say that because really it's 2 years in a row. What they did the year before, getting to the playoffs and losing to Notre Dame 27-17. I've said on this show, I thought the backlash, how people described that game, you would have thought Notre Dame beat Indiana 44-17. You know what I mean? So, and so them getting there last in the playoffs last year and getting that experience and then coming into this year, I think it was the world of difference. But I want to see now what he does this upcoming year. I'm not saying he needs to win a national championship, but now I want to see if he can build consistency in Indiana, and that's the test now.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a good point. Now,
Yeah.
So for those in the back who didn't really hear Asa, let me explain it to you. We want to see Curt Cignetti coach being that, what they call it, he's
The
not
hunted.
chasing anymore. Yeah, the hunter.
The
hunted.
hunted.
Yeah.
Hunted. Can he coach being the hunted? We know how
Yeah.
you coach being the hunter, but can you coach being the hunted?
Yeah. They're gonna put a lot of pressure.
Great point, Ho. Great point.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure. That's not a little bear on his back. That's a doggone hippopotamus on his back for next year. Can you follow up what you did? Even if you don't win the national championship, can you have a successful season like you just did with undefeated record? We will see. All right.
Yeah, he did get the quarterback from TCU, right? Didn't he transfer?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
So he has a quarterback in place, even though he didn't trust his little brother Mendoza to do it. But hey, no comment on that, I guess. All right, y'all. Well, like I said, we're going to move the show right along. It's halftime. So the halftime music will stop playing. There we go. All right, we're going to take a pause for the calls. Okay. Yet in the middle of everything, the music did a flip-flop. Thank you. We all right now. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with more of the show after this. So y'all make sure y'all come on back and join me. Through the clanging and the banging, we are back. Ace is back. Let me get HO back on here. All right, there we go. All right, we're back for the second half of the show. We're about to do our infamous 5 for 5, where I give Asa and HO 5 topics to discuss. We're not going to put any time limit on it today because some of the topics have more time, need more time to discuss, and it may turn into a rant or two, but we're going to try to work it out as best we can. But let me make sure I got permission. All right. The VP said cue the Lunis. Once the Lunis is queued, the VP say Indiana will be on watch for the next couple of years. A bunch of experienced guys, little to no 5 stars. Basically, a ton of guys who choose to march to the beat of the same drum. Kurt, you're on the clock. Can you remain significant? And of course, the president had to throw a joke in there when he heard the Hail to the Chief music. Is this the Russian version of the Red and Rail show with Coach Vladimir Patrick Thomas? You got to sneak something in. I just really don't know what to say about him. I'll have to find out what part of Boise he in so I can send the people after him, if I could.
He ain't got to go far out in Boise. Just step outside.
Have you been to Boise?
I've been to Idaho.
I've been to Boise. Boise is a nice spot. It's not a bad town. Not a lot of melanated people, but hey.
Yeah, the only thing with melanated, the part of Boise I was the name of the town, Blackfoot.
A little side note: I was in high school. I signed with Lewis and Clark before I ended up going down to Miami.
Oh wow!
Yeah, Lewis and Clark was just.
Lewis and Clark. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, how did they get you, boy, to sign? Wow.
Yeah, I was just happy to have free education. So I was like, okay, well, whatever. Let's do it.
Oh yeah. All right, we're waiting on the music to get right.
Good job.
There we go. All right, I'm gonna come back with some questions. Starting with you, H.O. You talked about it briefly. Somebody talked about it briefly. Andrew Jones, finally,
this ain't
in the Hall of Fame. Your comment.
Hip hip hooray!
Your comment.
Hip hip hooray and boo for the baseball writers who took so long to vote this man in, and he gets 78%. So I'm still kind of offended that he got 78%. This man should be 90% or above easily at minimum. But we'll take the 78% as long as he got in. Appreciate all the time and efforts that Andrew Jones put in. So yeah, I'm good.
All right. Asa, your comment.
I'm with HO. I'm doing the brave tomahawk chop one time for Andrew Jones. Great career, and definitely started off the career. I want to say his first 3 years, he was in the World Series as a rookie, and then obviously second year and whatnot. So, and if I'm not mistaken, they made All-Star team. So came out the gate one of the best center fielders. And I don't have it in front of me, but I think he was 10, 12 time Golden Glove.
10 times.
10-time Golden Glove, a Silver Slugger a couple of times. And there's another I can't think off the top of my head, but I'm with you at the.
235 runs saved in his career. Most
So yeah,
all
it should have been a no-brainer. And I'm gonna add one other point why you should be disappointed with the writers as well. Ho, you talking about in a time when you're not putting guys in because of steroid use, and so now that limits your that limits who you have to look at. Andrew Jones should have been the top of the list when it comes to guys who have been eligible to get into the Hall of Fame for the last few years. So I don't understand. I'm with you. I don't understand what took him so long, and I'm with you. Who's that 22% that did not vote for him? Who are they? We need to start naming these writers and people who, like, when you get these, you get these guys who are 95% get in. I need to start knowing who these 5% people who did not vote. I need to know who these 22% people who did not vote for him. We need to start calling them out and putting them on the hot seat to explain themselves. You know what I mean? When
I
they,
agree.
Yeah, I mean, just like with Ken Griffey Jr., Derek Jeter, Mariano Rivera, those cats in no way should be 90-some%. That should be 100% across the board, without a doubt.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know what Ken Griffey didn't do for somebody to not put him in. I guess he just wanted to be like my grandmother, God rest her soul, used to say, "Oh, you just want to be contrary. That's all. You vote didn't mean nothing. You just want to be different and not put the man in, and you make yourself like a fool." All right. Next topic. Ho. Sean McDermott got fired for the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Did he deserve it? Yes or no?
Scapegoat all the way. And you can tell this is a scapegoat situation because the owner came out and talked about Mr. Coleman himself. So the organization behind the scenes is in the influx and the uproar. So that goes to tell you everything you need to know. That behind the scenes, on the field, the Buffalo look like they lost the game, but behind the scenes, they losing their minds and losing their fans.
Hey, Joe. And I'm sorry, Asa.
I'm gonna have to push back a little bit on that one, Ho. How many years he's been there? Was 9 years, 10 years?
9 years.
9. I'll say this, and Coach might cut my mic off after I say this. If you Buffalo, you don't want to turn into the Baltimore Ravens and Pittsburgh Steelers. At what point do you realize your coach is not going to get you to where you want to get to? You're going to wait 9 more years, and so it'd be 18. I thought McDermott probably should have been gone. I thought McDermott probably should have been gone. Not the year after they lost to Kansas City in that whatever 16-second play or whatever, but the year after when they got their doors blown off by Cincinnati. He should have been gone then. So better late than never.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying he's not a good coach. And I'm not saying, Coach, I'm not saying not a bad coach. I actually would have liked him here. I mean, my argument with the Falcons pulling the trigger so quickly on Stefanski was like, hey, there's still a couple of coaches in the playoffs that you might want to wait for. One was in Buffalo, and one is still coaching in Seattle. So you could have waited for Stefanski. I don't think Stefanski was that much of a hot commodity. I could be wrong, but I just don't think he was. With all that being said, I still think it was time for Buffalo to move on from McDermott a couple of years ago. And so this year, with it being no Lamar in the playoffs, no no Michael Jordan, aka Patrick Mahomes. He just couldn't lose to. You just couldn't lose to a Bo Nix. You just couldn't. The only place they could have gotten to would have to have been a Super Bowl, and so I'm not surprised by it.
Yeah. I like H.O. word. Scapegoat was probably the best way to describe it, but it's happened now, so they're looking for a new coach. They're still in the process. All right, Asa, coming back to you. Jimmy Butler is out for the year with a torn ACL. How does that affect Golden State?
They were hanging on to the playoff spot. I'd be surprised if they they'll probably be a play-in, or they may not make the play. They might be too low. It was an older group anyway, so I think when the season started, we were calling them the run and shoot crew. You go to the run and shoot and get you a couple of games, and you don't want to go too hard. So, but if you didn't think the dynasty was over, you definitely know it's over now.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah, this symbolizes the subject of how is LeBron James being able to do it this long. This creates more speculation of how he's been able to do it. Jimmy Butler, 3 or 4 years younger than LeBron James, and now he's out for the season. That's going to ruin any chance of Golden State running anything back. So, yeah. So now let the speculations begin.
Do y'all think they go after Giannis?
If I'm Golden State, I do.
Yeah. Yeah, they trying to find something because the Kuminga rumors continue to keep spiraling out of control. So
he wants out.
Could be something with that.
I mean, I say put a couple of draft picks, first, second round, and Draymond Green in there and send him on. There you go. Get Draymond out of there. There you loophole right there to get that clown out of there.
The problem with Draymond Green is he got too much money on his head.
He do.
And then quiet as kept. If you decide to go after Giannis and you get him, you might want to keep Draymond Green for another season, just so that he could be the buffer when as he could be the what they do in hockey. You got the enforcer to keep the guy off your main guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean that would be his role if they was to somehow swing Giannis. But I don't know if anybody wants to take Draymond Green for one reason. One, he's an older guy and he's diminished in every category you could think of. He's definitely not what he was when Golden State was in their heyday. But on top of that, he got his contract is huge.
And he's an idiot, but we're not gonna talk about that part. All right. Next topic. H.O., what's your feelings on the Lakers drama with Jeannie Buss? Should we care?
I mean, we shouldn't care, but if you like drama, then feed into it. I mean, what did you expect? The Lakers organization and LeBron James clashes. You got two big egos. You got one ego individually, and then you got a traditional franchise that she's trying to carry on the legacy name that obviously she thinks is bigger than basketball. So when those two things come together, what did you expect was going to happen when you go out and sign LeBron James? maybe he got offended that they went out and got Luka while he was still trying to finish his career. But hey, it is what it is. But if you like drama, feed into it. But otherwise, I don't think we should care.
Okay. Asa?
I wonder sometimes about these organizations, particularly in sports, but even just in the regular world, businesses. They're so smart, but sometimes so stupid at the same time. It's almost like they didn't have a contingent plan when they decided to get Luka on what they were going to do with LeBron. Like, there should have been a contingent plan, and the contingent plan was not hoping that he decides to retire. You know what I mean? Like, if that was the case, I think LeBron would have been gone 3 years ago. So you should have had a contingent plan on what you was going to do with LeBron after signing Luka, and kind of have the people lined up on who you might want to be able to trade him for. But they just seem to be out here with no plan on him, and LeBron gonna hang around to the end of this contract.
Yeah.
So it's always going to be that, and again, being so smart, but you can't bring on his podcast mate as a head coach and thinking that he's not going to think that he doesn't have any say in what's going on when you hire this guy.
Yeah, for sure.
That's true. All right, let me go back. The Rev Knight Nation had a lot to say. Let me go back. H.O., the president said you initially thought you signed up for the show Lois and Clark to begin your acting career. Not Lewis and Clark. Oh, Lord. Joe Black said Andrew Jones been deserving of the Hall, which is true. The president said, President Andrew went out. Andrew Jones took far too long. A lot of people with lesser stats got in before him. I think he makes like the 8th Brave in. Now I can hold out hope for the great Oda B. McDowell. Oh, Lord, not the Oda B. McDowell reference. Sean McDermott had a 98-50 record and 5 straight AFC East titles, but an 8-8 playoff record. The writing was on the wall. Yeah. And y'all, Joe Black said McDermott was scapegoated. It was a miracle him and Josh took that roster to the playoffs. Interesting statement by the VP. Josh Allen will be the next to go. I don't know about that. You get rid of Josh Allen, then you're probably going back to the first part of your career when Buffalo was finishing next to last and New England was running the lead. That's what you go back to that. So Coach, check it out. And I didn't say this, but these comments made me think about it. So you had 9 years in the AFC East, which have been the weakest of the divisions, and even weaker than the NFC South. All those years, and you couldn't get to a Super Bowl. Just one? Apparently not.
So that's why I said I pushed back a little bit, H.O., because the expectations were there. And so, I mean, hey, a couple of times, they're like, you know what? You ran into Michael Jordan, right? I get it. Okay. Then you run into I'm using basketball reference. Then you run into to Giannis one year. Okay, my bad. But now this year, ain't neither one of them guys around. You losing to.
Could that be a victim of their own success?
No, because the reason why no, H.O., here's what I'm saying. If you in the AFC East or any division, and when your division is weak, you're supposed to be able to win them 6 games and have home field advantage for at least 2 of them games, at your house. So you shouldn't have been on the road to begin with going to Denver.
Yeah. But 98 the record is very, very misleading then if that's the case.
It is. I believe it is. I just believe you in an easy division. You should be able to stack up wins, and that's the reason why he's 8-8 in the playoffs because they haven't been what they are supposed. They have not been what everybody believes them to have to be, and so
Yeah, that's that. The misleading of the record creates the expectations from not just the media but from the fans, which leads me to believe that they were the victim of their own success, not a success as in regular season success, not playoff success. With a down New England Patriots and a fumbling Miami Dolphins, then yeah, and the Jets has not made the playoff in 8 years as well. So yeah, you had the opportunity. You had some great opportunities, and you didn't take advantage of that.
most times, HO and Coach, most times when you have that type of regular season success in a weak division, you are considered a dynasty because you make multiple Super Bowls. So I can sit here and be like, yeah, San Francisco was a great team, right? But they were playing the likes of the Falcons, the Rams, the first time the Rams were in LA. The Saints, who were called the Aints, they were playing those guys 6 times a year. If you just name a dynasty. You want to talk about recent New England, look what they were doing for God knows why it took three teams 20 years to get good, but
yeah. But to your point, New England took advantage of that weak division for a long, long time.
Yep. So, I still think he's a good coach, but I'm not surprised that he's out.
Yeah. And I'm with Joe Black. The GM should have left right along with him.
No, yeah, correct. Yeah, he should have been helping them pack the U-Haul truck.
Exactly.
VP said those 4 years can go by fast enough. Josh Allen won't win a thing. May could possibly win a championship before he does, and that 4 year span could happen this season. Yeah, we'll see.
I think it's over, man. They don't let New England get. If New England, and it's going to look even worse, Coach at HO, if New England makes a Super Bowl this year.
Yeah. The president says, speaking of Laker drama, will LeBron call it quits after this season? Come back for one more year with the Lakers or with another team? I don't even want to speculate. I don't think he goes anywhere. I personally think he retires. What else can he do? He can't break any more records pretty much. What else do he need to do?
He don't like home, man. When LeBron don't like home, I'm convinced of that now. I'll be home every day with Savannah. He don't like home.
Well, they stretch him out every time he blink. He got to go do a commercial somewhere or some promo. So I don't know.
He done got all the money.
Joe Black. He got what now?
Oh, I was saying he got all the money. His kids are successful. He got a beautiful wife at home. To your point, he done broke all the records. He's not going to catch the main one that he wants. That's not going to happen. Call it a day.
Yeah. Joe Black said, I just feel the GM at Buffalo should have won as well. And they talked about Brandon Cooks. And Joe Black was the number 1 receiver. Come on now. We know how old Brandon Cooks is, how long he's been there. HO, I see somebody has joined the chat right now.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, cuz?
I'm trying to maintain my focus after that shot was fired at me last week. It still wounds me very deeply, very deeply. Hey, Big Z. We'll hold on to it, Big Z. Uh-oh. The president said, I guess for him, being with a savannah is like being in the desert. No comment. I'm not
Well,
gonna touch that now.
give me that desert any day of the week.
All right, the last question. Wait a minute. Goodbye, music. Now, you know, the last topic for discussion is the one that everybody's talking about, and we're going to give plenty of time on this one. Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Stefanski is the coach of the Falcons. No clapping. Okay. All right. Asa, overall feeling about this one. Kevin Stefanski, coach of the Falcons. And mind
Hey,
you,
listen.
we do have insurance.
No. Hey, listen. I mean, let's see, right? Is the ink has dried? We got Matt Ryan as president of operations, and Stefanski's the head coach. You kept Ulbrich as the defensive coordinator. Let's see what happens. Believe it or not, you're still in a winnable division, right?
Yep.
Because the Saints are at minimum 2 years away, so they're not going to be any good next year. Tampa Bay is another year long in the tooth. They're an old roster. They didn't make any moves this year. Kept the coach, kept the quarterback, all that good stuff. And now Carolina is the one who you might have to worry about. And I can't talk bad about them because they done beat the brakes off the Falcons twice now. Well, 2 out of the last 3 times that they played. So let's see what happens with Bryce Young. But it's still a winnable division. And we know what 9 and 8 will win it. So he got to just get the 10 wins. Let's see what happens.
Yep. H.O.
Yeah, I think I done stated my piece about this, and the hesitation is warranted as far as I'm concerned, because the organization hasn't made any right decisions since drafting Mike Vick, and that's in 2001. So the leadership is been on the clock since then, and it's been all downhill. So, like Joe Black said, how can you be excited about grabbing or hiring a coach from arguably the worst organization in football, and you also bring this subpar OC? And our biggest issue this year was play calling. The defense outplayed the offense by a mile. But you bring this in, and you bring this OC in, that it's just terrible at this particular point. Now, what I will say is, for people who saying that we have a give it a chance, well, duh, that's the only thing we can do. We know we got to give it a chance, because he's already hired. We've already made the dumb move. So yeah, we don't know who we could have gotten if we would have waited. But at this particular point, we up against it again. It's like going to the clinic, praying for a positive outcome after you didn't use a condom last weekend. So that's why I'm at with it. So it's impossible to be non-hesitant about this. You got to be hesitant. But yeah, we'll see what happens. And if he does win, what else? What do we hire him for? So don't give me that we told you so. Well, that's what we hired him for, is to win. So it is what it is at this particular point. But very cautious and hesitant about the hire. I would have rather just stayed with Raheem and got a new OC if we were going to go this route.
Well, I just got a text message, and it's rare when you get a text message like this, but Deion Sanders just texted. Yeah, Deion just wanted to call it out. I don't know why. He just felt like he had to jump into the show. But Matt Ryan did not do his urban research. And I know Matty Ice, you are well loved in Atlanta. They say you're the greatest quarterback in Atlanta history. But being a general manager, president, or whatever you are, you got to do your research on your fan base. And your fan base did not, will not, and cannot approve of that dude right there, Stefanski. There's no way. Not right now.
To top it off, this is the same organization, Cleveland, that ruined your career in Atlanta.
Same one. So, if there's one thing, and I will give him the credit to call him Mr. Stefanski has to do, he got to win. That's the only way.
Quickly.
Yes, and we talking about 6-0 start. At least. If you win and get this team to the playoffs, you can come. They'll allow you to come to the picnic. Right now.
Well, listen, we set the bar low, Coach. You got to get the 10 wins. 10 wins this division. So,
yeah.
Hell, 9 might win it. Only 8 won it this year. You only needed 8 to get in it this year.
Yeah, because unfortunately for him, he doesn't know it yet. But right now, if he was heading to amateur night, they would boo him on the way to the Apollo. He wouldn't even get through the door before they start booing. They'll see him on the street walking in the door, boo. Because he has no cachet in the city of Atlanta, considering what you did to one of their children. And Deion is and Shador is one of Atlanta's children, because Deion was one of Atlanta's greatest players, if not the greatest player in Atlanta history. So you did him like that. Right now, the mindset is, why do we bring this clown? And then, like H.O. said, I saw it too. You allow him to bring his coordinator in, the 30th and the 31st ranked team in passing and rushing. Stop. Zach Robinson is gone, so you can't use him. Like I said, it is no other way around it. Win. You have to win. Let me come back to this. Go ahead.
I'm not so concerned about the Shador and all that, because I have no proof of what went on in Cleveland, because I wasn't paying attention to it. I just know what they say, and I don't care what they say. I'm more concerned about the 13 different quarterbacks that he did have, and you only made the playoff twice in 6 years.
13.
13 quarterbacks, yeah, in 6 years. And I'm trying to figure out, well, what quarterback did you actually develop to say that? I mean, so basically, the same quarterback problem you had in Cleveland, you bringing it over here to us because we don't have a quarterback.
Yeah.
Essentially. So it seems like you're used to this quarterback chaos, because that's what you've been doing anyway. In Cleveland, you had 13 different ones, and no one has stood out. And you drafted 2 this past year, and you still don't know who the quarterback is for Cleveland.
To pile on to your point, H.O., a couple of those quarterbacks wind up going elsewhere and winded up being successful. And this year, with the two quarterbacks, you're supposed to do everything in your job and your possibility to make your team better. Not everything your possibility to ruin one of those guys' chances to be successful.
Baker Mayfield.
Oh yeah. Yep.
No comment.
So so it's just I'm with you about I'm with you about all of that. HO is he hasn't shown the propensity to make the team better in his time in Cleveland.
Yeah.
And when he had a chance of making them better in the couple of seasons in which he won Coach of the Year, you would then think that he would carry that over into the next season and be able to build off of that. And he hasn't been able to do so.
All right.
And that Coach of the Year accomplishment is so overrated to me because, I mean, how easy can the Coach of the Year candidate be if you coaching for the worst franchise in history? Hell, all you got to do is just make the playoff.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding,
Hell,
ding,
if I
ding,
made the
ding.
playoff in Cleveland, I'm the Coach of the Year too. They probably gave him the Coach of the Year as soon as he won the division.
Ding, ding, ding. No, he never won the division. You mean as soon as he made the playoffs?
As soon as he made the play, yeah. Yeah, that's an overrated stat. So all that trying to lead, you call his name, you lead with the two-time coach. When was the last time he was the Coach of the Year? It hadn't been since COVID.
2012, 13, somewhere in there. I don't know. 20.
2022. Man, it's 2026, and you still talking about Coach of the Year. Man, ain't nobody paying that no attention.
All right. Let me go to the nation. Big Z. Big Z says, stop it. Now, I'm not messing with you anymore, Big Z. You all right with me 24/7. Joe Black says, impossible to get excited about the hire, but it is what it is. And then just like you just said, H.O., where was he when he was Coach of the Year? He was with Cleveland. Excuse me. Joe Black said, I don't think it's going to be as terrible as many suspect, but I'm not expecting a deep playoff run with him. Nobody's expecting a playoff run at all. But we'll see. And Joe Black saying, for those who pointed out that Bill was 36-44 in Cleveland, he wound up with Tom Brady. If you're telling me we're getting the next Tom Brady, I get excited when it happens. Well, it ain't coming here. Not that I know of.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed in his OC choice. Reeves is not great. We should have went with Raheem one more year and then got Mike Tomlin. That would have been a plan. Don't know if Tomlin would have come. I think I guarantee you. I think he would come to Atlanta.
Here's my other thing with that, Coach. I mean, they spoke Mike Tomlin, even though I think Pittsburgh did Mike Tomlin a disfavor by putting that albatross around his neck. With if you're gonna get him, you got to come up with some draft picks. But you could have kicked the door. You could kick the tires of Leftwich, not as a head coach, but of an offensive coordinator. A couple other guys out there that you could have seen what was going on, who have had recent success within the division. Again, I just think we can beat a dead horse, but like they just had their mind set on something already, the good old boy system basically, and I won't say good old boy. I hire you hire my friend, I hire your friend, and we kind of just seen that not work with Raheem. So why do we think it's going to work with you all?
All right. The president said the first 3 games for next season are Carolina, New Orleans, and Tampa Bay. Division opponents. Business need to be handled. And then he also said that Matt Ryan will have to come from behind the desk and suit up like Jesse Ventura in The Running Man.
Yeah,
They gonna take it back.
unfortunately,
They gonna take it back.
unfortunately, we know how that movie ended.
Yeah. Kevin's last coach of the year was in 2023. And the VP said Kevin is the epitome of lowering the bar when it comes to Euro coaches. But a black coach can't even get the opportunity to carve his own path. Sounds about white. Yeah. Big Z said Lefty Witch done pissed somebody off. You don't know who it is. He not getting any opportunities. But he done pissed somebody off.
I'm with Big Z. You know what happens with some of these some of the black coordinators? They get, when they have success, they give the credit to the head coach. So we saw it with Bieniemy, right? Everybody was like, well, he coaching under Reed. Reed's still really calling the plays. I think we got the same thing with Leftwich. Well, Bruce Arians was calling the plays. That really wasn't Byron. That was Bruce Arians. So it's even when you're successful, your success is still mitigated because somebody else made you successful. You know what I mean? So we don't get that, and I don't mind playing this card either. So we don't get that with people like who's down in New Orleans right now? What's his name?
Moore.
Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore was good in Dallas. They didn't win nothing, but he was good in Dallas. But you don't never hear them saying, well, you know what? The reason why Kellen Moore was good was because who was the coach that was there when he was under them, that coach with Green Bay? McCarthy. You never heard that. Well, Kellen Moore was good because McCarthy was the one really calling the plays. It wasn't Kellen Moore. You didn't hear any of that. And McCarthy is a Super Bowl winning coach, right?
Yep.
So you would have thought maybe, well, the reason why they just don't get they get to play on a different field. They get to play in a different, they get to play they get to move and act in a different world than we get to move and act in. And it's frustrating to see it.
All right. The VP said Baker Mayfield gonna go extra hard in that game against the Falcons. No love lost with Stefanski. I'm here for it. Yeah, that's gonna be an interesting ball game right there. Now here's a good comment from Joe Black. The Falcons rushed because they thought Tennessee was going to get him. If the Titans are the only team we competing with, that's a sign we were looking in the wrong direction.
Ace said it.
Absolutely. Yep. So the president said, "Where's Eric sleeping with the Bieniemy going?" He's back in Kansas City.
Yeah, he back with Kansas City for sure.
Which is I got that my phrase go, H.O. What goes around comes around like a hula hoop. He back in doggone KC again. We're gonna see how that works out with his homeboy. Everybody's homeboy. Joe Black said Leftwich messed up when he tried to pull a power move when he was offered the Jacksonville job. Yeah. He played
the same power move that was given to the guy before that backed out. He asked for the same thing. So he didn't play a power move. How was a power move when I asked for the same thing?
Because you black. You don't understand that?
Well, that's your
last name is Asa Brown, not Asa Black.
Hey, all I'm saying is don't tell me I'm doing something when I asked for the same thing somebody else asked for. That ain't a power move in my book. A power move is when you ask for something that nobody else has asked for. He asked what Leftwich asked is what the other guy asked for. And it's the same thing that Harbaugh has asked for and gotten. These guys aren't asking for something that's not out there already. They're asking for what was usually given to other coaches.
He said usually. All right. You're actually right now. You're exactly right. And Big Z said, yeah. Big Z said, yeah, you're so right, Asa. And the VP said, yeah, Joe Black, you nailed on the head. Both of y'all said the exact thing that's going on. All right. Joe Black said, Vince, fortunately, Baker will have Zach calling plays. And the VP said, Eric missed the barbecue in Kansas City. That's why he back. Yeah, BM ain't lost any weight now. He's a little fluffy. But he say he can coach. He ain't got to run anymore. He said he can coach. All right, that's enough of the Falcons. We're gonna move on to the NFC Championship game, not the NFC, to the championship game picks in the NFL. First and foremost, you got the interesting game with the Patriots and the Broncos. And Asa, who wins this game? Patriots and the Broncos in Denver.
I am going to change my pick because I initially, and I'll tweet this out so I'll be on record or whatever. I initially was like, New England should win this game. I won't say easily, but it shouldn't be, I think the more I've thought about it and I've kind of, read some things here and there, I actually think Stidham might be the better quarterback between Bo Nix and Stidham as far as what Sean Payton wants to run. And so with that being said, I don't think it'll be a drop-off on the offense. I think it'll be an uptick for the offense for Denver. The defense is going to be fine. So it's at home. I think Stidham will be able to run that offense probably a little bit better. He'll be able to put some things in there that he can't do with Bo Nix. And I see Denver winning this thing 24-17, 24-20.
Hey, Joe?
As enlightening as that sound, Asa, I'm still going with the Patriots.
I didn't move the needle for you,
because remember, Stidham ain't threw a pass since 2023.
I'm with you on that. I'm quite aware. His arm is the wrong kind of rusty. You know what I mean? Because it ain't been in use.
I'm not sure about that. Now, I will give Peyton with Bichon, who I don't actually like. I think he will prepare himself not to put it in Stidham's hands to win the game. It's going to be all on the defense and the run game for sure. But
no, I'm with you on that. But I think the 4 or 5. I think the 4 or 5 passes that he's going to be asked to make, I think Stidham has a better opportunity of making them than Bo Nix. I think Sean Payton's schemes and whatnot hide so much of what Bo Nix is not. You know what I mean? I think he really hides Bo Nix's weaknesses, and so that handcuffs him. But I also believe because of that. But I also believe because the way Sean Payton handled Russell Wilson, I don't know why I'm about to call him man Sierra. The way he handled Russell Wilson I know, right? The way he handled Russell coming into the building tied his hands on how he was going to have to handle Bo Nix. Like you can make some things public, but you also can't make it so public, that you look stupid. So I think he saw early on Bo Nix wasn't the guy that he thought he was, but he got a ride with him. But I think now because Bo Nix is hurt and out, he might be able to do some things with Stidham that he can't do with Bo Nix. But I agree with you though. I get it. I get it, H.O. He ain't throwing a live ball in action in 3 years. So we'll see.
I think a lot of people are not looking at one part of this thing, and I'm looking at it from all angles, and I see what everybody's talking about. But there's one thing that people keep forgetting Well, they're not forgetting, they're just not paying attention to. New England has nothing to work on. They don't know what Stidham can do. They haven't seen him play. So they're looking at a blank slate. So he could come out and throw for 350 yards. And they'll be like, well, we didn't have anything in the highlight film to watch on him because he haven't given him any highlight film. So I'm on your side, Ace. I think Stidham have a better game than people think. Now they're gonna win. Their defense might be the telling tale because Drake maybe can turn the ball over sometimes, but I don't think they're gonna put Stidham in a situation where he got to make long passes. Gonna have to take too many chances because they don't know.
Well, hey, Coach, me and you gonna be on the same. Me and you gonna be 2-on-1 against HO. What you just said is, if what New England's gonna have to do, right, or is going to have to sit here and watch film for this season, the season before, and be like, you know what, New England wants to do a whole lot of those 5-yard intermediate routes, basically screen plays to the wide receiver, balls in the flat. That's all Bo Nix can do. Bo Nix can't go 10 yards or beyond on the most part, unless they're YOLO balls. You know what I mean? And I hope I get the pass interference, basically what they did against Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Stidham can hit those intermediate, those 15 to 20 yard routes, and that's not, to your point, that's not what they're going to be looking at. They're going to be like, man, we're going to try to come down, stop the run, hold them, and anticipate them throwing those little 5-7 yards out in the flat. And I think Stidham can eat them up in between the linebackers and the safety in the intermediate routes. Because that's not where Bo Nix throws the ball at. So I'm with you. I'm with you, Coach. Me and you lock and step for a change.
Don't say that too loud and repeat that too many times. Put a table on that one right quick. All right. Comments. Big Z said, I may be wrong. I might be wrong, but I think New England is overrated. All right. The VP said the Patriots defense will prevail. Joe Black said the Patriots will win when it'll be close. And Alexis Hill, good morning, Alexis, said the Patriots by 3. His favorite prediction, by 3. Yeah, it could be a bigger game, better game than people think. I don't think it's going to be a blowout either. So we will see. All right, the next game, oh my goodness.
This the Super Bowl to me.
The trilogy, the Rams versus the Seahawks. They played each other twice. They split. Now come the money shot, the big game, the one for all the kahunas. H.O., who you got and who are you wagering some delicious fruit cups on?
Oh, I'm going with the home team to prevail, but wouldn't be surprised if the Rams pulled it off. Yeah, I think. I think the student Clint Kubiak will out play call the teacher Sean McVay.
Yep. Okay. Asa?
I know it's not the Super Bowl, but I feel like either one of these two teams can beat the other two teams in the other conference. So, and I think I said it on HO's on SRT or whatever, but when you look at both these teams, the 2 games they play, it's almost a mirror, right? The yards per games were similar. Like everything across the board, points per game was similar. But when you dig into the numbers, I think Matt Stafford had outplayed Sam Darnold in both games. So I think Matt Stafford going to outplay Sam Darnold in one more game. And I think the Rams do something that has been done a lot lately. Really, is the road team going on the road and winning 3. Right, so you're about to get the Rams to win their third one as a wild card and get to the Super Bowl. So I'm going with the Rams.
Wasn't it a team before the Rams that won 3 games as a wild card and went on to win the Super Bowl?
Was that Seattle? No, Seattle. The last team to do that. Oh, Pittsburgh. Yeah. Your Steelers. Yeah.
No,
when they went home, was that
nothing.
Oh, that was the Arizona game, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I was thinking the one before that one when they won and at home with the bus in his hometown in Detroit, but no. Side note, Coach, that Arizona Pittsburgh was one of the greatest Super Bowls ever.
Yeah, it had twists and turns, and the stars came out who supposed to came out. Fitzgerald, Harrison, Roethlisberger, those guys came out and showed up. And when Fitzgerald caught that ball and ran through the middle, just outran everybody, my head just dropped. I said, Lord, how did they just leave him wide open? Of all the people that you're supposed to double team, that's the one you're supposed to stop. But anyway, all right, I won't dwell on the past.
You won it. You ain't gotta make yourself feel bad like you lost the game. You won it.
Yep. Big Z said I got Seattle through everything. So Big Z says Seattle is your world champ this year. Alexis, I really hope the Broncos lose this one, especially the coach. Another Sean Payton fan. VP says Seahawks defense and run game are going to be the factor. If the Rams can stifle either of these, Rams get this. And Matthew Stafford will win this Super Bowl, said Joe Black, and retire. If Matt Stafford win this Super Bowl and retire, in one word, yes or no, is he in the Hall of Fame?
Yes. He in the Hall of Fame. He's in the Hall of Fame now without the second Super Bowl, in my opinion, but he definitely would be.
All right. All right. Those are our games. We look forward to seeing tomorrow. I mean, pretty much everybody going to be watching the game, I'll say, for the most part, because can't go
nowhere.
Be stuck with your good food and your good whatever, sitting there eating or whatever, stuff in your face. All right. It's the end of the show. We got there. We made it through. Who has the right to do what and why? And H.O., before I come to you, you cannot talk about the Braves.
I was just going to go straight to double A. Yeah.
Who you got? What you got?
Well, if I can't talk about the Braves, I'm going to talk about the Falcons fans that continues to keep talking about we need to give Kevin Stefanski an opportunity. Well, he got all the opportunity that he will get. It's a no-brainer that he will be here and he will be the coach. And it's also a no-brainer that he needs to win and win very, very quickly, or else the season tickets and the fan base he's gonna lose the fan base, and Arthur Blank will be culpable for him, and Matt Ryan will be culpable for doing this to us again. And the next time this happens, I'm not sure if he would get the fan base behind him. So, like I've always said, it better work.
Well, like I said, the BBLs won't be in the PSLs. So the Falcons ticket sales may be SOL. So we'll see.
Yeah, for sure.
Asa, who has the right to do what?
I have the right to still have hope for the Atlanta Hawks.
All right.
So as as I won't say as bad, but as doubtful as it looks this year that they will continue to be a play-in team. Last night gave me hope that they can make a run for the 6th seed and be a playoff team this year. So, like I said before, I was surprised to see that coaching staff be as involved in a game that I've never seen an NBA coaching staff be involved in. Whether that was for show or not, I don't know, but let's see what moves forward. So I have the right to stick to my predictions of them being, well, I'm off the prediction of them being a 4 seed or high. I'm off that, but I am still holding them to be a playoff team.
All right. Let me see what the nation said. The VP said immediate Hall of Fame. He's a Hall of Famer now with Asa. The VP said Elsa has the right to be arrested for this weather foolishness that she's unleashing on the U.S. Let it go. Stay warm and safe out there, my friends. And he also said, Horace, unfortunately, the fan base will support no matter what. NFL is in the entertainment business. We, the fan, sign up to participate. Meanwhile, all 32 teams win, even when they don't win.
And we all crackheads, right?
Yeah, but it's going to be a serious backlash if the Falcons don't win this year. I'm with HR. I see it. It's going to be a backlash. And they're going to let him know in the stand we see all those red seats still available. And it's going to be like, how did that happen?
So supposedly that's how he knew that Raheem was going to get fired, because the last game of the season against the Saints, it was too many empty seats in the stands. And that was a telltale that we're not going for this anymore.
Yeah, and that little fake hug he gave Raheem at that press conference, I'm like, Sopranos, he going for the kill. Going for the kill. Don't know about it. All right. You had the right goes to North Carolina Tar Heels. North Carolina, please, could you find somebody? I heard you. Somebody to learn how to defend the three. You're giving up a lot of threes in these games. I know you're focusing down on the post play, but those threes are killing you. You need to get somebody out there to defend those threes, play a strict, push that zone out that defense, and put a stop to Virginia today, because Virginia is 16-2. They don't come in with an unqualified record, so they're going to be tough to beat. But if you extend that defense and stop those threes, I think you can beat them. And we'll see what happens.
Hey, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of Duke, I watched CJ McCollum cook your boy Allen last night in person. Ho. Grayson. It was Lehigh against Duke. A lot of one-on-ones.
How many Allen end up with?
I don't even know. I just know the Hawks won. That's all that matters.
But now the Hawks won, so now it becomes a team. Now we're talking about who had the better stat. Oh, you see how he did that?
Yeah, he slid it in on you real quiet,
Yeah.
like a quick knife to the back. He got you with the cheap shot. Wait a minute. Lord.
I think CJ had 16, and while Allen had like 23.
Just as I'm saying that, North Carolina already down 28-19. Let us move on.
We down 16-11 at home against Wake Forest.
So,
but I'm not concerned about this. Well,
yeah, sometimes
you scored again, so it's 18-11.
Wait a minute. Grayson Allen had 16 points last night.
Oh, he did.
Yes, sir. And CJ McCollum had 21. So
Okay, so I was off a little
that
bit.
about wasn't what.
Yeah, they about 1 for 1, but they got Grayson off him after a couple of ISOs.
Oh Lord, not the ISO. ISO Joe.
Yeah, and Asa told us a lie. He said this is the first house game he went to since Trey been traded. Well, he went to the Martin Luther King game.
You can't get
Don't try to he went to the Martin Luther King game.
This got ran the building.
He got DPA.
You're right. My second time, but
Yeah.
I was happy to see a difference in attitude and playing than that game.
Well, you can believe Coach Quinn was listening to the SRT because we said they got a coaching issue now that Trey is gone.
Hey, listen, man. Exactly. I like I say, I just honestly, I just never seen 5 to 5 coaches, everybody being up, everybody talking, walking up and down the sidelines, running up to the guys coming in. Like it just, I was like, oh, okay, y'all feeling the pressure now, which can be a good thing. You're feeling the pressure.
All right. Well, I want to thank my two brothers, H.O. and Asa, for coming out. We thank them for coming out and subbing for us today. We hope to see them again sometime soon. Well, we will see them soon, weather permitting. That's hard to say on the inside, but weather permitting. Hey, Joe, you got any shout-outs, sir?
Shout out to you, sir. Shout out to my barber, as he always keep me nice and fresh.
Yes, he faded you up real nice, like Lorena Bobby. Yes, he did.
Yes, sir. Shout out to my barber. He's a Kansas City fan, and we talked about Airbnb about the first 30 minutes of the haircut until he did. I just took it off the fleet.
All right.
Maybe
Asa?
I never should have brought it up.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, one time to you, coach, as well, in the Rev Nation crew. Appreciate it. Have a good time. Calling me in, calling the right hander in. You know what I mean? I'm available when you need me. And had a good time and want everybody to be safe out there. If you have to go out, please be safe. But if you don't, just it's okay to sit still.
Yeah, appreciate that, Vince. Appreciate that, President. Shout out Sports Roundtable.
Yes, sir. Make sure you tune in to SRT on Wednesday, 7:00 Sports Roundtable. Yeah. And also make sure you tune to DNS Sports on Monday at 7. Make sure you tune in to both these shows. And we're gonna pass out along a shout out, a prayer for our boy Red, who lost a family member last week. I know it's kind of they were close, so we want to say prayers for him.
Definitely for that, yes, sir.
Yeah, prayers.
The president had to end on a crazy note. Here the president said, "Good show, gentlemen. Time to start on the storm snacks." And that ain't storm yet, but he's finna start.
Hey, listen. I'm about to prepare this first meal, this brunch, then a nap. Then I'm gonna get up and do lunch/supper and a nap.
Yeah, I got me some old chili that I'm gonna warm up, man. I'm gonna go to the store and get me some club crackers. Then I'm gonna have me some chili and watch Duke come back and beat Wake Forest. And yes, sir, we're gonna enjoy the rest of the day watching LMN and Netflix.
Yeah, I got some old spaghetti. I got the sauce ready. I just need to cook spaghetti, and then I'm gonna sit here and watch North Carolina. And I'm not gonna comment on who's gonna win because right now it's looking kind of dire. That's my word for the day, dire. And the VP said, "Prayers to the Rose family. We're with you in spirit."
Yes,
and we hope to see Red back next week.
Yeah.
And we hope to see everybody back next week that watched the show. We hope we can be back and everybody be safe. Stay safe, everybody, because it's gonna be a rough one, they said. So We hoping we keep the power on, but if not, we're gonna try to make do what we can and enjoy this life.
Yeah.
Uh,
I might have to get Club Crackers. I might have to get them or put email them for a sponsorship as much as I talk about them.
and the VP said Grady and Emory maternity wards are gonna be on fire this October.
Oh yeah.
There's gonna be some stuff happening going on. They ain't gonna call it cuddling or cuffing. It's gonna be more than that.
9 months from now. Woo.
President, speaking of Club Crackers, he said it'd be the truth about to crank up the crock pot. And gonna have some Club Crackers with it. But that's all, y'all. We appreciate y'all joining us. Thank y'all for listening. Hope you have a great and safe day. Hope everybody can get through this and get warm and stay warm. We'll see y'all next week.
Peace.
Holla.